The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Smart Degenerates, LA's top sports investors. I'll be your host today, Mr. Mike G. I got my guys with me, Jay Meso, Mr. Rashard 90302.
Squaw.
Yo, what's good? How y'all feeling today, fellas?
Oh, man, I was feeling good up until about 2 hours ago.
Why? What happened 2 hours ago, bro?
College football kickoff.
Yeah, some of those picks are looking kind of tricky today on college, but you know.
Peaks and valleys of gambling. But like you said, we are your LA's top sports investors. We got an action-packed show for y'all. Not to recap last week, a lot going forward that we need to speak on.
Yeah, we got some MLB World Series, basketball's jugging, NFL's full-blown. So yeah, man, we got a good show for y'all today. For those of you who don't follow us on IG at Smart Degenerates. Also, you can follow us on YouTube at Smart Degenerates and Facebook Live at Smart Degenerates. You can catch us every Thursday here at Morris Media. Thank you. Shout out Portis and the team for having us again. Yeah, so let's just get right into it, man. Last week was week 7 in the NFL. We saw some great things, as usual. We saw some bad things, couple bad beats we'll get into. We also had some great college football as well. The Tide keep rolling. I don't know if there's a team alive that can stop them.
49ers can't stop them.
Yeah, they'll probably beat the 49ers.
Slander against my Niners into the
I know you ain't going to let them talk to you like that, son. I know you're not going to let them talk to you like that, son.
Hey, man, he's just feeling good because the Panthers snuck out.
I bet we snuck out of there, man.
Oh, man, some might call that a bad beat, but man.
Hey, I'm not going to say, I didn't even bet on that. That's how I was with the Eagles, how I would have bet on the game, so I can't go act like, I'm not going to act like I predicted that, but.
Word. Okay, so yeah, let's start it out with last week, man. Let's start with you, Rachel. What were some games you took that hit or miss, or you got bad beat? You know, we let you start it off. Let's go.
Okay. Actually, I was sidelined last week, but whenever I'm sidelined, I do stay in that mind frame of I would have picked these couple of games.
Right. Okay.
And interesting way to start things off on something that me, you, and Mace defer on: the dreaded divisional -10.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I want to speak on last week, the Texans and the Jags. I would have took the Jags personally had I bet, but the Texans ended up winning that one 20-7. Blake Bortles is the week before that he had returned back to being normal Blake Bortles, and he stayed that way. The Texans pretty much had their way with him. The offense was clicking. DeAndre Hopkins was doing whatever the hell he wanted to Jalen Ramsey, and they got it out of there with that one. And the reason I brought this game to the forefront is because my guys to the right of me, they are, what's the word I'm looking for? They're adamant about saying that the divisional -10 is risky.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes I oppose, but this is one of the games that kind of proved me right for this particular week.
But not really, because the spread wasn't 10 on this game.
I know that, bro. But if it was 10, they covered it.
That's different.
But
they won by more than 10 points is basically what I'm saying. Okay, I'll eliminate that. This was a game that just was won by more than a 10-point margin. Which leads me to my next game, which was the lock of the week. Had I been betting the Rams. Right now I'm on the Rams and Chiefs train. Rams divisional matchup against the 49ers, 39-10. Another game that went well over that 10-point mark. But the Rams, they pretty much rolling. Offense and defense is clicking. The 49ers is looking unclicked. They're looking like lottery status. They're looking like they got eyeing for the draft right about now. And this was without Cooper Kupp, and I think they were missing one person on defense. But Rams are looking like a well-oiled machine. And the last game that I have my eye on that I probably would have stayed away from had I been betting because, quote-unquote, this was, to me, an even matchup was the Chiefs and the Bengals. Okay. I respected the Bengals a little bit too much, but they returned to form too. Bengals on nationally televised games normally are not it. They usually are regular season darlings that falter in the playoffs, and it's all contingent on Andy Dalton. And Andy Dalton was not looking like the red rifle. Next thing you know, it's 45-10.
Right. Okay.
So those are my three.
You had some good picks, but to counter that first point, yeah, the Texans were plus 3.5. That's a lot different than plus 10, bro. So yeah, they end up winning by 10, but
I'm saying, had you took the plus or minus 10, but
it's a different setup.
Let's agree with him though that you can lose by more than 10 playing a divisional opponent.
Yeah, absolutely.
On a consistent basis too, y'all.
Yeah, but no, all we say is, though, if you see a plus 10 divisional game, watch it. Yeah. You know, you got to watch that. That's tricky because they play them twice a year and they know them. So, yeah, if Texans would have been plus 10, hell yeah, everybody would have took that. Come on, bro.
It's more so when Vegas prices the divisional game at the 10 where it's like, okay, this is a red flag. Now I got to go look at other elements about this just to make sure. Who's at home? What happened last time? Wherein if it is minus 4 or 5, that just is probably going to go to the stronger team. So I think it's just a question of context.
Yeah.
Not so much that, you can't ever do it one way or the other. Again, we're just trying to go on that seesaw between 55 and 45.
It's just like watch it. You got to kind of watch. Those divisional matchups can get tricky, and when the spread gets to double digits. I was with you on Chiefs. I took the Chiefs, man. They're fucking rolling. I don't know who's going to be able to beat them besides the Patriots.
Or the Rams.
Or the Rams,
I don't think the Patriots could do it. I think it had
They already did it. What you mean?
They did it, but had there been 2 more minutes in that game, I think.
Come on, man. We can't change the rules,
Yeah, what the fuck?
All right. See, that's... All right,
what are you going to call that?
Bro, that's what...
If there was one
basically,
more
I say that to say that the Patriots wouldn't be the definitive favorite in the next game. That's all I'm saying.
Bro. It's just going to depend on where
Maybe I should have worded it different.
Yeah, for sure. But I think they might could beat the Patriots at home. But in Foxborough, they don't got a chance. So
I wouldn't say they don't got a chance.
They better get home field advantage.
It's going to get colder and colder up there. So playing them in January.
It snows in Missouri too, man.
It
gets below freezing.
That's true, but
trust me,
we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, we will see what happens. What was your second game?
You had Rams Niners and then
Rams Niners. Yeah, I was on the fucking other side of that one. I can admit to that. Yeah, I took the fucking Niners thinking that divisional. See, now that's a more reasonable fucking comparison. That one right there.
Wow.
Because that one, it was actually a 10-point spread.
Yeah, it was 9.
You have to compare it with a 10-point spread.
But sometimes too, in the midst of our kind of mock handicapping games, we see a spread and then we're like. We project the score and we're like they might win by such and such. So I mean, no matter what the spread is, we always have our own projections in our head. So if this had been 10 or 13, I would have been like, can the Rams beat them by 2 touchdowns? And I would have just bet based on what I thought about that. That's what I'm saying. Like no matter what the spread is, I have my own projected score in my mind, and if it comes out to more than what the point spread is, then that's how I kind of assess it.
Oh no, I get it.
It's the history of the teams, and last year we played them pretty close, and that's with backup quarterbacks. Hoyer put 41 up on them, but this just proves that this Rams team is a lot different than last year's Rams team.
Hey, man, this fucking Rams team is looking amazing, bro. They're looking like they're headed straight to the Super Bowl, man. Mm-hmm. And I think that'll be great if we can get a LA Super Bowl, Rams Chargers.
Briefly, what would you say the difference is between the Rams and the Chiefs offense?
Between the Rams and the Chiefs offense?
Rams are more vertical. Rams throw 20 yard, 30 yard. They do.
They're very similar.
Me, the Chiefs do a lot. Yeah, but even with Tyreek Hill, they do a lot more. We're going to line up with trips, and then the middle receiver is going to drop 2 yards back. We're going to throw it to him and just go. We're going to run a pick play here. They do a lot more than
they're a lot more run players. After the catch base.
It's more yak yards. Right. I say Rams is more so just kind of carve you up. They give you a heavy dose of girly,
yeah,
and then they just start
bombing away.
Yeah, but the Chiefs they got a heavy dose of Hunt this week. I think
true.
he
He
had
did
like
like
over 130 something yards, 3 touchdowns. He balled out. Shout out Hunt.
Goff's a pretty nice pocket passer too, I would say.
Yeah, and Mahomes
is on the move.
Mahomes always out the
But
pocket.
I think Mahomes. Yeah, I was about to say Mahomes' pocket is out of the pocket. I think he's more comfortable out of the pocket.
He likes to throw. He likes to throw while running. Shout out to his baseball days.
Yeah.
He was good at that shortstop shit. So. That's what. That's the only thing that separates
I never
him.
thought about that.
Yeah. He watch him. He throws it like he's coming off from shortstop. But okay, that was a nice 3 games. Mace, what you got? What'd you see last week, bruh?
Really quick before I tell you that, Celtics came back. They're up 4 with 12 seconds left.
Nice.
So not bad.
It's never over till it's over.
Never
That's
over,
it.
so it's over.
All right,
I'm
so-
on the right side.
Last week I had 3 games I want to talk about. I was also on Kansas City Bengals. I won't go through all the reasons why, but I was on the Chiefs. And I think I told y'all I was pretty adamant about that. Like I like them at the crib.
Yeah.
And really quick, I thought Andy Reid is doing a great job of scheming for his team.
Yeah.
So again, no matter what, they're always in it, and they're so explosive on offense. It's kind of protecting them from the usual Andy Reid blow it once we're in first place kind of deal.
Right.
So I thought they might have lost 2 or 3 games in a row by now. At this point, they may go 14-2, 13-3 at worst.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. Hopefully they keep it up, but I don't know if they want it in New England.
Yeah.
The other game I took a look at was Chargers versus Titans last week.
Hey, squat.
You guys covered.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that tipped me off about that game, I liked the Titans' chances, mainly because they were making the shorter flight to London. You know, really it was just purely based on that. I figure it's always going to be a little more of a overcast kind of atmosphere. They're playing in Wimbledon Stadium, or Wembley Stadium, whatever they call it. So again, it's just, you look for, I don't like to take a game at 6 o'clock in the morning. I guess that's the first thing as a gambler.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, but you guys have given up one of the fewest point totals in the league this year.
Yeah.
As good as the Chargers are, they're also a good defensive team, so you figure they were going to keep it low. So shout out to the Titans.
Yeah.
And then lastly, mad about how the game turned out, but Falcons-Giants.
Man.
Bro, yeah.
That was a rough game, but again,
Rough beat.
it's a bad beat for sure the way it played out, but the way it played out is the script for Eli on some of these games when he covers. He can almost always be counted on for a late fourth quarter touchdown to cook your spread. Falcons can always be counted on to be in that last drive, last possession. We just got to stop them and we can win. And they're taking shots from the red zone every time. It never fails. You have the victory sealed, and 2 delay or false start penalties on the last drive. Now we got to kick 60-yard field goals to try to,
But
you
look,
know.
creatures of habit. I mean, some of the same remnants from the Super Bowl, which they blew,
Yep.
sprinkle over into a lot of their games. It's like whatever it is about them, they are disorganized and they don't know how to put the games away.
Yeah, that was some fucking bullshit. I was pretty hot about that. What made me so hot about that game though is because last week, if you remember when Jay Styles asked me cold teams to look out for, I said look out for the Giants.
On Monday Night
The Giants are going to fucking cover Monday
You can
Night
say that.
Football. But after just studying the game and talking it over with you guys, and I did see something in the line that moved, I ended up taking Falcons. Luckily, they did hit first half for me, so I made some money there.
Yep.
But on that full game, man, they did give up that fucking 2-point conversion.
We did hit the under. So that's
Yeah, we did hit under. We did hit under, but yeah, some would definitely say that was a fucking bad beat. Vegas call, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, it's second, third, fourth down. They're going quarterback sneak, stuff them 3 times in a row on the goal line. I'm like, how do the Falcons find themselves in this situation?
Yeah.
How do you punt the ball and on the first drive you give up a 60-yard bomb? Tried to almost cook my fantasy week, giving up that big pass to Shepard.
Yeah.
Luckily, I still won by 2 points. 20 more yards and I'd have been cooked. But,
Damn.
hey, that's cool. But
That's
anyway,
crazy.
again, I think the Giants, though, they're done. Giants and Raiders are having a used car sale. Everything.
I was just about to say, I was
Hey, do you need windshield wipers?
on. I need
Hey,
it.
I got the
You got 'em for
cloth
me?
seats out the back. What do you want, bro?
I was reading on covers. It said the Giants are in full blown tank mode now.
Oh, for sure. They just traded another player. Raiders traded another player.
Raiders are tanking too.
I'm surprised we're not trying to make trades. I guess we're gonna pretend like we're good and try to get 4 wins this season.
Y'all might start y'all tank party a little bit later into the season.
That
start
nigga said a
it right
tank
now.
party.
I wish we could trade Garoppolo right now.
Why?
Yeah,
He's cool. He's
We
gonna be
need-
back next year.
We need 6 pieces.
Damn.
And the quarterback is only one of them. So we could trade him and get 4 pieces. I'd rather do that. If we're gonna suck, let's go ahead and just bottom all the way out. Go get a better defense because we're trashy right now.
I think I'd rather have a franchise quarterback than a defense.
Is he a franchise quarterback?
I think so.
Jimmy G, yeah.
The tape's still out.
Jimmy G is baby Brady, man.
He's only played 8 games in the NFL.
He's baby Brady. In the first 5, everybody's ready to crown him the best quarterback in the league.
I'm just saying, he played 3 games for New England, got hurt. He played 5 games for us. He did not look good to start the season before he got hurt. And now he's injured. He's out the whole year. Wentz doesn't look great. I don't expect a lot out of Jimmy Garoppolo when he first gets back out there.
Bang, 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 yeah. Okay.
So, good assessment.
It's just some things I'm worried about, but it's like the same thing I said about Dodgers and Kershaw. I think perfect time, I don't care what happens, trade him and get picks.
Word,
Kershaw,
okay.
bro. That's another second.
Yeah, we're going to get to that a little bit later. Them Dodgers, man. Dodgers, man.
Good shit.
Hell yeah. Okay, so that was your 3, man. Let me get into my 3 games real quick, man. I'm going to start here with a switch pick, man. For those of you who tuned in last week, I did give out the Ravens. But I do study lines throughout the week up until Sunday. And something just told me Sunday morning that Drew and the crew was going to take the win. And I went with the Saints plus 2.5 on the road in Baltimore.
Easy.
And it was a tough game. Drew came back last touchdown. Then the Saints gave up the last touchdown. Shit was crazy. But Justin Tucker missed his first extra point ever.
And we love it.
And we got the cover. So shout out Justin Tucker, man, for missing that extra point,
just
man.
One thing to the degenerates. One thing for the degenerates out there. Anytime you can get a Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, with basically all they have to do is win the game, you gotta get behind that.
Yeah. So that was a good win for me. Drew did his thing, 22 for 30, 212, 2 touchdowns. That's all right. Kamara had 64 yards. And a touchdown. Michael Thomas, man, he's really emerging as one of the better receivers in the league, man. 7 receptions, 69 yards, and a touchdown. I think he's got a touchdown in almost every game. That's Drew's new favorite target. Yes. Wait, hold on. Looks like we got a call.
Who that?
Caller, you're on the line with the Degenerates. Who we got?
What's up? This Mike.
Mike who?
I mean, your neighborhood Cali homie.
What's the deal?
Not much, man. Just go over here looking at some games coming up this week. What you see? What you think about Carolina versus the Ravens?
I like Carolina. That's actually we getting ahead here. That's actually one of my recommendations for the.
Go ahead, Rush. Speak on it.
Panthers are a home dog. You rarely catch them like that.
Yeah.
Then Ravens just lost to the Saints, who the Panthers pretty familiar with, and I think they beat this year. I think the Panthers have a more fluid the obvious, a little bit better defense, and I just don't trust Flacco on the road against a good defense. And it seems like they have the same record, but the Panthers seem to be trending more upwards as opposed to the Ravens, and that's how I feel about that. Panthers as a home dog, I would just have to take them, especially with that defense, and I think they have even amount of offense, and I think they have the better defense.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with my boy Rachel on that one. Panthers plus 2 at home. I think this is spread is too low. Panthers are 3-0 at home this year. Again, Ravens coming off a tough loss. Panthers coming off an emotional comeback win. I think, all signs point towards taking Carolina with the points on this one.
And,
okay.
And hold on, Mike. If I were you, real quick, I would tell you to play the under. Both teams have excellent defense, so forget the outcome. It's going to probably be 17-17, somebody kicking a field goal to win.
Yeah, so it's not a bad pick.
Something to keep in mind.
Yeah, Panthers under.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, what else you got for us, Mike?
You think Favre gives the Rams their first loss this week?
Fuck no, bro.
You said Favre? Mike?
I mean, my fault, not Favre. We talking about Rodgers.
And no, I think what I will say.
No way. Blowout.
You think blowout?
Blowout.
I thought at least A-Rod was a healthy A-Rod can shoot it out with the Rams. I don't think the Packers are going to win that game, but I think they can.
No.
Yeah, they'll lose by like 10.
I was gonna get to that in my future picks for next week. But yeah, I got Rams circled here. As
what are we really
star.
saying here?
Green Bay, of course, we know they got A-Rod, but their defense is ass.
Their secondary.
So how are they going to stop the Rams? I think the Rams will probably score every drive, man. I think we're going to see the punter maybe twice. Other than that, I think Rams is getting points on every drive, and I think they'll be able to stop A-Rod a couple times. I know it's dangerous, A-Rod, with 9.5 points, but it's 9.5 points for a reason.
Yeah, and A-Rod don't play safety or corner.
Yeah,
so
he don't. And he's going to have Darnold and Sue on his ass all game, man. Yeah, I'm taking the Rams at home with the points.
You got to. Smart bet.
I'm taking the Rams.
Win, lose, or draw, the smart bet is the Rams.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, what about the nightcap? You think Minnesota be able to slow down the Saints?
Ooh, this one is a very, very tough game right here. I actually that's a good question, Mike, man.
Have they played since the Stephon Diggs miracle?
No, they haven't. They haven't. See, the interesting thing about that game is Saints were +5. This game, they're only +1. So it's a 4-point gap from the NFC Championship to now.
You got a whole different quarterback in there, though.
They're giving the Saints a lot more credit. But, I mean, he's doing all right. You know, Kirk Cousins, quote unquote, let Mercer tell him he's better.
Oh, no, he is better than Case.
Yeah, so the spread is lower. So, I mean, I don't know. I would say, man, you always got to watch Minnesota at home, man. They play great at home, dude.
Watch fucking Adam Thielen.
Yeah. Thielen's balling.
7 straight 100-yard games. Nobody on earth can guard him right now.
Let's not forget the Saints did just pick up Eli Apple.
He's fucking weak too.
Somebody just released
Apple, yeah.
If they just picked him up, that means somebody released him.
The Giants are selling on their parts. What do you mean?
Man,
hey, shout out Eli Apple, man.
Hey.
He's cool, but they traded his ass away for a
I
reason.
think Eli Apple's only in the league because his mom works in the league, and that's just my assessment.
No. He's good. He was good coming out of college.
Coming out of college, but once he got in that league,
Nah, but yeah, honestly, man, that's a tough one. But if I had to pick, I would probably take Minnesota at home here.
Too. Yeah, I got Vikings at home -1 on my list too.
That's a clean
sweep. Yeah, okay. You got something else for us, Mike?
Yeah, last question, man. What you think the Lakers gonna do? They gonna beat the Nuggets tonight? They just got underway.
Well, shit, we all took them.
Yeah, we locked in.
We
on
locked in
the Lakers with you right now. They're coming off a great win last night against Phoenix. I think Hart in the lineup, man. Hart in the lineup. Kuzma starting, man. They gotta
great
go
points. But what really I had to ponder last night and just tell myself, I was like, okay, hate aside, even though I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, he's on my team. It's only so long LeBron is gonna be the underdog. Like,
yeah, for sure.
As bad as the record is, you have the best player on the court.
For sure.
If you're an underdog, you pretty much want to get behind that.
Yeah, and they haven't won at the Staples Center yet. I think tonight they pull off the upset and beat Denver at home. It's gonna be a high scoring game. The Lakers' pace has been pretty high tempo. They're scoring like 115, 120 points a game. So yeah, I look for them to do the same thing.
And look for the over in this game.
Yeah, and run Denver off the court.
All right, appreciate the insight, gent.
All right, man. Hey, good looking on calling in, Big Mike, man.
Back.
Good luck out there, man.
Appreciate you.
Did you take anything tonight?
I didn't.
Okay, just browsing.
Okay, yeah. Hey, man, well, there you go. You got some picks for this weekend, man. Appreciate the call, though, bro.
All right, no problem.
All right, big dog.
Yes, sir. There we have it. And anyone else who wants to call in, man, the number here is going to be 323-293-3375. Again, that'll be 323-293-3375. Call in to LA's top sports investors, the Smart Degenerates. We're here to help you guys make some money in the sports investing world. Teach you how to grow that bankroll, man, by our principles, man. So tap in with us. Let's get back to it. I was also talking about my games from last week. Started with the Saints. I'm going to move on to my second game, which was a lucky how Erasure tried to tell us not to invest in a coach.
But tell them who they played. So that's the one. They still don't invest them. They're not gonna play the Bills for 16 games.
Hey, man.
Come on, man.
They're not gonna.
You fought us pretty hard last week.
Hey.
And I'm still fighting y'all hard, bro. They played the Bills. The Bills.
That was my point. It's the Bills.
It's the Bills. That's why I took them. But let me tell you. Let me finish,
bro. I went to next week.
Let me finish my point.
Look on their schedule.
Hey, so yeah, I took Indy at the house -7.5 at home. They had the Bills coming in with Derek Anderson. He had just got off the couch. I didn't see any way he could move the ball. He went 20 for 31, 175 yards and 3 picks. Meanwhile, Andrew Luck laced him with 156 yards and 4 touchdowns. That was a blowout winner. Shout out to Andrew Luck for getting back on track. Marlon Mack, too, fantasy. Marlon Mack got on the board, 126 yards and a touchdown, 19 carries. It's looking like Indy's trying to turn it around, man. It's going to be tough in our division. But yeah, shout out to Indy for that win, man. Shout out to Indy for that win. Yeah, the Bills look ass, man. Let's attack the Bills if we can.
And the Raiders.
And the Raiders, yeah, and the Raiders too. They look bad too.
One thing before you.
What?
what I've noticed too about the just a food for thought, the Titans and the Browns, two teams that are always covering or always damn near covering. Their games, the Browns have gone into overtime or almost went to overtime every game, and the Titans keep it close every game. So just
we got defense, boy. You already know what time it is. Okay, in my last game before we go to break, this one was another switch pick for me, man. This one didn't turn out so good.
What's up with all this switching at the last minute?
I mean, man, I be indecisive sometimes, and sometimes I do watch the line a little bit too close, and it does bite me in the ass. I'm going to take it to Chicago, man. I had the Bears +1 on a switch pick against New England coming in. And I will say it started like a party, man. It started like a party. Mitch was in there doing his shit, running around. He was hitting passes. Hey, Mitch was doing his thing, man. And it was 24-24 up until that punt block. And then the Patriots, they scooped and scored, touchdown, and then it was just over for them. They did, however, hit the Hail Mary, too. I don't know if y'all saw.
I saw that.
They hit the Hail Mary.
Kevin White caught that.
On the one. We was 1 yard away from covering or going to OT or however you want to do it. But, the Bears fought hard, but nevertheless, the fucking Patriots was the pick. I started on the Patriots, shouldn't have got off of them. But, that was just a tough one for me. And then lastly, real quick, roll motherfucking Tide.
Hey,
roll.
This is the Tide or the lock of the gambling year in any sport.
Hey, if you guys ain't rolling with us on Alabama first half, I don't know what you're doing. This pick is 8-0 this year. You have not lost if you took Alabama first half every game, man.
Don't let up, my friend.
Dude, we got to just keep rolling with this until this shit stop hitting.
They hit first half and first quarter.
And first quarter, first half, full game, they hit all that shit, man. Bama roll Tide all the way. 2 through 4 touchdowns in the first half. Threw 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. Like, this kid is looking amazing. He's going to win a Heisman. Mm-hmm. He's going to go into the NFL, and I think he's going to do pretty good, man. Alabama's never had a quarterback this good, man. This is a very dangerous team with this quarterback. So, yeah, out of those picks, I did go 3-1, so not too bad. Not too bad. And, man, just look forward to this week. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a quick break. We got Jay Styles in the building. We're going to bring him on next with his tardy self. But it's all good. It's all love. So, yeah, we're going to take a quick break for a minute, and we'll be right back. 60 seconds.
Squad out.
8. Touchdown Houston. Touchdown Houston.
Boston.
You already knew that was going to happen, though.
Hey, absolutely. Welcome back, viewers, to the Smart Degenerates, man. LA's top sports investors. This is where we teach you guys how to gamble on sports for the people who don't know how to gamble. Teach you how to make some money, man. This sports thing, it just went legal in the USA, man. So it's going to be a market for it where you can go in and you can invest your money and try to capitalize off just your sports knowledge, man. So that's what we do here. We got some principles we like to go by. Results, discipline, bankroll, man. Start with a bankroll, set some rules and principles, and track your results so you can know what you're doing. You winning, you losing, all that shit, man. And you can follow us on Instagram at Smart Degenerates, Facebook Live at Smart Degenerates. Follow us on YouTube at Smart Degenerates, or you can just catch us here, Morris Media, every Thursday at 7:30. Up next, we got the one and only Mr. J Styles in the building.
What's good?
Yo, what's up, bro?
First things first, as always, every Thursday, Mace. I'm happy to see you.
What's up, bro? So happy you could join us
Let the banter begin.
Hey, that's a fresh little Bron you got there. I see you.
Hey, y'all see this?
Hey, I see that, bro. That's a nice.
If we get 10 collars, I'm gonna donate it for free.
Hey, call in, hey man, with a LeBron jersey from Styles, man.
Right off Styles' back.
Hey, what's up, though, Styles, man? What you see out there last week, man? What, come on, man, talk to me for a second.
I mean, I know I'm just getting on right now.
Yeah, it's all good.
First things first, Patriots Bears.
Patriots,
Yes, sir.
I seen Tom Brady handle his thing.
Yeah.
Sonny Michelle gets hurt. I'm scared.
Yeah.
No Gronk.
Yeah.
Our defense is suspect, guys.
Yeah,
That's because Matt Patricia skedaddled.
I know. I might have to agree with you finally. I might have to agree with you.
I didn't think so at first too, but then I seen the Detroit play and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and just to fast forward past that, Panthers and Eagles.
Panthers and
Cam
Eagles.
Newton. That last drive by Cam,
Yeah.
Super Bowl defending champions, no defense?
Yeah.
Or is it no running game?
I think it's just a hangover altogether. It's a combination
Yeah,
of Carson Wentz not being fully healthy, LeGarrette Blount being gone, and the defense.
Ajayi's got out too.
Ajayi's gone too.
Yeah,
See?
Ajayi.
That's a huge dynamic from last year.
That's big for them.
They have no power running backs at all
Yeah, they can't really run the ball right now.
between the tackles.
Hell yeah, but yeah, that was a good win for you guys in New England. I ain't gonna lie, I took Bears.
Yeah.
That block punt did it.
did.
Who was that? Hightower?
It was Hightower.
Hightower.
It was the run back on the kickoff.
Cordell Patterson.
By Patterson.
But
that
no.
juiced them up though. They were going to win the game after that.
No, they scored after that. It was 24-24 when they blocked the punt.
They didn't pitch a shutout, but they had the juice for the block punt because of the momentum swing from that. Because they cut it on after that. They were the Patriots after that. They had all the swag back.
And what was cold about that, I was surprised he was still in the game at that position. Yeah, just fumble.
Yeah, Belichick will yank your ass.
Will yank
yeah,
you.
you
So I
already
was
know that.
surprised to see
Hey,
him
he'll
back there.
yank you if you fumble some shit. So yeah, I mean, hey, you stuck with him. He made up for it, and hey, man, on to the next. And then that Eagles game, man, that was crazy, man. I feel it was bad for.
Weren't they up like 17-0?
Yeah, I feel bad for all the Eagles backers, man. You guys were up 17-0, and the second half just crashed. You just crashed hard. I didn't get anything on that game, but yeah, I feel bad for the Eagles backers. But hey, man, it's gambling. You can't cash a ticket at halftime, is what I like to say. So you got to wait till that fourth quarter. And yeah, man, that was a tough loss, man. Anything else from last week's house?
From last week, outside of NFL, college. You guys go over college already?
No,
We touched on Bama, who keeps
Bama,
beating
yeah.
ass.
Man, ain't nothing about Bama.
Bama
Set your
keeps-
watch
Ain't nothing to
by
talk
Bama.
about. There's nothing to talk about, man. As
wanna
long
talk
as
about
Nick
cashing
Saban
out-
is there, they're going to be winning championships.
Facts.
He's the Bill Belichick of the NCAA.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bama boosters too, because they have a lot of kids that look like they don't need to be on a college campus. Don't know how they
That's
got there,
true.
but that's
Hey,
another
shout
story.
out to boosters for real.
Shout
man.
out to the boosters.
Hey,
Hey, man.
Shout out to the NCAA for looking the other way.
Yeah, you know,
They
man.
drop off those
I
briefcases.
mean, they know they got to, man. It's a $1 billion industry, and they don't pay the kids nothing. Like,
What's his last name? Tagovailoa?
Tagovailoa.
Yeah, coming
How did
from
you-
Hawaii
How
to
did you find
Alabama.
Alabama on the map. Get out of here, bro.
That's okay.
hey,
I
man.
mean, we know.
Hey, man, money talks, bullshit walks. We
I
know
bet.
that.
You're supposed to be at Oregon being baby Marcus. Instead, no, we took Bama.
He could be at SC, but we still under the Reggie Bush cloud. But we'll
I
be
do
able to
have
start
one
paying.
question about the college game.
What up?
Ohio State lost.
Hell yeah, I caught that.
Number 2, Ohio
Purdue.
State to Purdue.
Bang, bang, ching, ching.
Purdue had the kid with the cancer out there in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
They was trying to win
It
one
was
for
a
him.
moral-
for sure.
Bro, their
I mean,
defense was locking them
that's what
the
I'm
fuck
saying.
up, bro.
That's
They
what-
didn't get in the end zone until, what, fourth quarter, third quarter?
I mean, dude, the quarterback for Purdue tossed 378
Yeah,
yards.
see, people were saying
16 catches from DJ Knox.
Yeah.
Like, who were these guys?
They weren't afraid, bro. And they went out there and they took it to him and they shut him down, man. Shout out Purdue. I hate on that.
And see, this is why you can't mess with ESPN, the announcers were saying that Ohio State is the only team that could probably see Bama, and I'm just like,
honestly, I did think that.
Georgia is better. Georgia will blow the doors off of Ohio State.
But Georgia hasn't lost. They lost to LSU.
But I'm saying they're still the only team that can probably, and LSU, that could probably beat Bama as opposed to Ohio State.
My question is this. Does this mess them up in the rankings? Are they not going to be the top 4?
Hell yeah. They're going to have to win out and win the Big Ten now. And I don't know, man, because Michigan's looking good.
What is Notre Dame
good as well? Michigan's looking good as well. Notre Dame is looking good as well, man. It's a lot of good college teams now. So that's why in college you can't really afford to lose a game because each game is so costly.
That's what makes the beauty of college football, because every regular season game is like a playoff game to certain teams.
Your losses got to count. So it's like you can't lose to Purdue.
Right,
you can lose in a head up to LSU.
Yeah.
You could lose in the bowl game to Michigan.
Yeah.
You lose to Purdue, you got to go perfect and beat everybody by 15.
Yeah.
Which they don't look like they've got the team for, bro. They've been in some dogfights the whole season, it looks like.
They've not covered a couple times for us.
They quarterback.
They missing the starting linebacker for your San Francisco 49ers, Nick Bosa.
Oh, yeah, little Bosa. Mm-hmm. They got baby Bosa.
It's 3 Bosas?
No.
No, that's Nick, but he pulled out of school.
He's hurt, yeah. Oh, he pulled out of school? I thought he was hurt.
He was hurt, and now he's out. He said he's not
preparing. He said, I'm preparing for the draft, yeah.
Oh, that's why you said he might be on your squad.
Oh, damn. Hey, that's a cold move to say, fuck school, I'm finna get ready for the draft.
Hey, man, Jadeveon Clowney did it. He just was still on campus.
Damn.
I already heard I'm finna go to class. I'm not going to class.
That's fucking
just seen my brother get hurt and when he was in college. If you don't remember, Joey Bosa
got hurt,
at Ohio State. So it was like...
I mean, fuck it. I mean, it is what it is. Okay.
We already got bread, so it's like...
Oh, yeah, it is what it is, man. And it is what it is, man. All right, so now what we're going to do, man, is get into our segment we call Barbershop Talk, man, where we're just going to go over a few different current events, what's going on right now in sports, and it's just pretty much, a conversation as if you were in the barbershop with the fellas of just... shit that's going on right now, man. So I'm going to just give you guys a couple topics, and we could just go around table and everybody give in their 2 cents on what's going on. We're going to start in the NBA, man. That boy Steph was cooking last night. Boy dropped 51. He dropped 51 in 3 quarters, man. Bro. So my question to you guys, can anyone stop the Warriors?
Go ahead. Cause I got...
First things first, he had 11 threes.
He had 11.
To me, the 11 threes is bigger than the 50 points.
No, swing it to me, bro. See, it's not enough to say he had 11 threes. If anybody watched the game or the highlights, you have to see what kind of threes this man was hitting, bro.
Yeah, 31 footers.
Literally, just catch and shoot. One was from the line, damn near out of bounds. One, he crossed half court. Certain people was just still turning around. That is the best shooter of a basketball I've ever seen in life.
First half Warriors, he made all of their threes. He was the only one. He made all of them.
And of the 11 threes, to a mortal basketball player, about one of those threes was really a good shot. Like, he doesn't, he's the best bad shot maker. Bro, you wouldn't coach anybody to shoot the shots that he shoots.
I mean, but he practices 30 footers.
I'm talking about, he can shoot those, but I wouldn't allow nobody on my team to shoot those.
It's muscle memory for him. You got to give it to him, man. You put that work in, man. He's in the gym.
Yeah.
He's in the gym putting the work in and shit. He's good at fucking making 30 footers.
He perfected his stroke, and now he just does that repeatedly. Same move.
Because it's like, why can't, if Durant, as much as Durant practices, he can't do that.
Nah,
he'll never be able to do it. It's like,
I mean, but Durant has his own start. I mean, he had a quiet 30 last night. What that mean? He had a quiet 30.
He had a quiet 30.
Come on, man. You didn't even know he had.
That's what I'm saying. If we got a YouTube them highlights of them threes, like he was just catching from beyond deep and just letting it go.
Yeah. So back to my question though. Can anyone beat the Warriors? Or are they just destined for another ship?
I think the best.
They can be beat.
They're destined, but if I have to play devil's advocate, I could say Boston. But that's just playing devil's advocate.
I don't think Boston can beat them.
Nobody can beat them.
Anybody can be beat. It's too early, guys.
Anybody can be beat one game in a 7-game series.
In a 7-game series,
who can beat them, bro?
Nobody.
Have you noticed this league? The first week of the season has been nothing but shootout basketball. It's gonna have to slow down a little bit, but if it stays fast paced like this, if this is what the league wants, you cannot beat them because on fast breaks they're gonna keep tossing up threes.
Yeah.
He went for 11 threes yesterday, but Durant had a quiet 30.
Yeah.
You have
Clay had a quiet 19.
How are you gonna stop that over 7 games? It's
That's what I'm saying. You have another 50 points on top of a man going for 55.
So
That's
that's
100 between three
And
people.
That's 100.
Boogie was practicing today, so he's getting his body back.
They
He's
said
ready.
January before, just late December, January.
Just in case
So
you,
fake.
in case you didn't know,
They got Boogie
They
waiting
got
in the
Boogie
wings.
waiting in the wings.
That's crazy. Golden State.
just
you
go
some-
rebound and
I
put
feel
up.
like
shots
that's
when
the
you
rest
need
of the league's fault. Somebody else could have picked Boogie up, but the rest of the league decided
Hey,
to give
he
Golden State a
said- He
championship.
said he didn't get no calls. Nobody offered him a deal. So, I mean, hey, man. Next topic, man. Steve, you got the jersey on. Lakers
Bang,
get their
bang.
first win last night. They moved to 1-3 on the year. That was their first covering of the spread last night. They covered the 5.5 points. They covered their first half spread. And they host a red hot Denver Nuggets tonight, man. What do you think? What's your take on that game?
Lakers should win. I don't know what the score is right now. Are we following the scores right now?
Yeah, Lakers down 4 at end of the first quarter.
Oh,
First
okay.
22.
I mean, Denver got a team, man.
Yeah.
They got my guy Jokic over there. Jamal Murray out of Kentucky.
Yeah.
You know,
Will Barton.
Will Barton.
Jokic, that's the real
You know,
problem.
what's up with Isaiah
They got-
Thomas?
they got
What's up with Isaiah
Millsap.
Thomas?
They
Isaiah
got
Thomas'
Millsap
hip.
and
I
Isaiah.
I think he's still hurt. I think
still
he's still
hurt?
hurt, man. He's got a bad, huh?
I said, what happened to him now?
I think that hip is still
That
tricky.
hip, man.
It's tricky.
Yeah,
He's-
man.
He's damaged
Okay, well,
goods, man.
maybe that was right not to give him that $200 million he was looking for.
I mean, it's looking like it at this point, but
Lakers are home tonight, right?
Lakers are home tonight.
We should finish this.
At some
You know,
point, yeah.
I did see some pictures of Kobe Bryant on Instagram, front
Yeah,
row, next to
yeah.
Rob Pelinka.
Oh,
Shout out
Kobe's
Rob
there.
Pelinka for
Shout
bringing
out.
Bron home.
Put some of that Mamba mentality
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
into the
So-
atmosphere. Big
Yeah, they
dog.
gotta bring it home for Kobe then, if that's the case.
I mean.
And hell yeah, hey, what about the fight though? Rondo, Bi, CP3.
I love it.
I love it too. I
You
didn't
gotta
know
love it. You
Brandon
gotta love
Ingram.
the energy.
Right. I didn't know you had it in you, Brandon Ingram, but I like it.
Wait. So look, did Rondo intentionally spit in
Yes,
Chris
he
Paul's
did.
face?
Yes, he did.
Intentionally spit in his face.
Yes, he did.
He just. I don't think he did it intentionally, but he wasn't sorry.
You
about it.
you can tell by Rondo's explanation that it was intentional, bro. You got to think about it like this. He didn't hawk a loogie on him, but he
was a quick little-
look like that and look away. Like if you could throw a no look pass, you can
Yeah.
spit on somebody without making it look obvious, bro.
Right, so you saying it wasn't the I'm just talking and spit
Nah.
flies out of my mouth?
Nah,
That's
it was
well,
a-
see, I thought it was that.
Nah, bro.
I thought it was more so, especially with the mouthpiece.
Nah.
If you adjust it wrong way,
But
you
if
will get a stream of spit out
pause
of
it,
there.
if you
Very
used to see the way his lips puckered a little bit, it was like the
But it's like
It was
that's
like
the replay, bro. You know how many
like
non-conscious moves
No, that was
your
conscious,
face and
bro.
body make, man? I don't know.
And they haven't see. There's a history behind them. It was about 7-8 years ago. Rondo said that Chris Paul was overrated.
Yeah.
He dominates the ball, which is the only reason why he's good. Chris Paul went back and forth and said, "You play with 4 Hall of Famers. You're the fifth wheel on that team." It was just a lot of animosity building up to that.
Why would Rondo spit on him though? Like I don't like you, so I'm gonna just spit on you in
mean,
this
yeah,
game. How many
that's
times have I
so
told you, I'm gonna just spit?
disrespectful.
I don't think
so
he would do. I
disrespectful.
don't think he would do that.
Yeah, hell
I
no.
think he would do that.
I do like
I
that he was
mean-
ready with the left hook though.
Man, hey, they both landed
They
some
both
good
landed some-
punches.
they did.
And then Bi come with the club punch.
That's what I want to know. What I mean,
Bi comes with the running over him, right, man? Hey, man, shout out to Bi for protecting his team.
and a lot of people tried to say he went off for no reason. James Harden is crafty, and he did his little crafty get off me.
yeah.
And Brandon Ingram pushed him back. Like he wasn't mad for no reason. Real basketball players know, or basketball fans, I should say, know why Bi was mad.
Yeah, I mean, James Harden, he knows how to draw that contact.
And he knows how to
I mean,
give
that's
you
not
a
drawing.
bow.
He's elbowing people on his
and
way to the
pushing
rack,
them out.
and
Yeah.
then
Hey,
falling
man.
out. Like, oh,
Yeah,
God,
like
he got me.
come on, bro.
Hey, man, he's good. He's good at what he does. So
He
you
didn't want no
gotta-
smoke though.
I hate watching
He
him play.
did
He
it, man.
didn't, but come on, bro. Him and Chris Paul. Come on,
They're not.
Bro.
They're fake. He's not a tough. They're
Bro,
not.
they're
tough.
Guys,
good.
they're
They're
just two
basketball
old point
players.
guards.
No.
Seeing if they still got it.
No. They're
That's
not
it.
old. Rondo's what? Like 31? You know,
Rondo like 31.
Nah, Rondo's old, bro.
Rondo, he got to be past
bro,
that.
Rondo.
No, he's
Look at
probably
that.
around 31.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. He's
just
not
got
that.
the league,
Might
like-
Are we
be
getting calls
32.
right now, or is the line busy?
No,
Are we getting calls?
No, we're not getting calls. We had a call earlier. We haven't got one since. Let me see. Here.
Rondo and CP are like 32, 33 max.
No, I think CP3.
Yeah,
I think CP3 is a little bit older than Rondo. Let me see here.
Do we have any callers calling in right now?
No, we got no callers. That's all good. But let me see here.
Who else you saying you like right now? You like
I like Toronto. Toronto's 5-0.
Toronto is.
Toronto is 5-0 with Kawhi
That's
Leonard,
and
guys.
see, and that was the team I was gonna say when you just said Boston. I think,
No, they can't beat Golden State, bro.
bro, but Toronto just beat Boston
Toronto
convincingly.
not with Kyle
Kyrie's
Lowry
struggling,
out
though,
there,
guys.
bro.
I feel like they don't know who's a superstar over there right now. There's too many guys. You got Gordon Hayward. Jason Tatum's taking more shots than Kyrie. Kyrie is struggling. I think they said he's shooting like 36% from the field right now.
Yeah, it's that knee, man.
Once it kicks in, I'm not worried about Boston.
You know,
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about them in a good way. Like, I'm not worried about them like struggling. They'll be there.
Word. Okay.
86. Yeah, he's
32.
32. He's not that old.
He's 32. Let's check CP3.
He's probably 33 at max.
No, he's about 34.
33. Right? So 32 and 33. Man. So they're both on a down, fourth quarter of their career, just trying to get a championship. Can't be mad at that. But
the only difference is one of them has one already and one doesn't.
Hey,
that's what the other's jealous about. And that's what the whole friction's about.
And that could be it right there. And that's it right there. So yeah, let's move on to our next topic here.
What we got on the menu?
We're gonna go back to football. We have some breaking news this week. Wide receiver Amari Cooper from the Roll Tide has been traded.
Sell, everything must go. Everything.
Amari Cooper has been traded to the Dallas Cowboys for a first-round pick. Styles, how you feel about that? How you feel about that, bro?
First of all, I don't even care for the Cowboys, but because I have Amari Cooper in fantasy, everyone in the fantasy world, listen closely. Amari Cooper is going to average 15-plus points a week from here on out. And I'm going to tell you guys why.
Lie alert.
I'm going to tell you guys why.
Oh, man.
Dak Prescott's favorite target, Mace, was Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley.
It still is.
It is. Yeah, he's a little Wes Welker 5.0.
Yeah.
That's fine. But Amari Cooper on the outside is going to help Zeke, because Zeke's not having a good year. Not the year that we're accustomed to.
Yeah, but that's because they're low in the box. They're low in the box. Now
Amari Cooper's gonna help that.
Yeah,
he's gonna do okay.
I'm gonna let you have
guys, think about this.
Yeah,
he had a good year a couple seasons ago.
Yeah,
who the fuck wants to be in Oakland?
No one.
But can I tell you that Derek Carr?
So why wasn't there who the fuck wants to be in Oakland when he was going to the Pro Bowl?
Would you agree with that,
Mace? I have two parts to answer that.
Okay.
Yes and no. Yes, he's better than Dak. No, because the nigga was crying to the media, bro.
He broke his arm. He hurt his elbow.
Let me tell you.
So you're crying?
LeBron came out at the press conference with his hand wrapped up. I broke my hand.
Yeah, come on, bro.
We're talking football, guys.
Hey, a lot of dudes do a lot of things.
Amari Cooper, I'll say, bro, he's a number 2 receiver at best. He had a good 2 years.
Number 2?
Yes, let me tell you, because when Michael Crabtree was there, Michael Crabtree was the number 1 receiver.
They were splendid. They were 1A, 1B.
No, it was not. It was 2A and 2Bs, because Michael Crabtree's not even a number 1 receiver. And he was getting more targets, more all of that than Crabtree. And then Amari Cooper is dropping everything. He has a lot of games where he has probably 4 or 5 games where he literally had 20 yards. And he's getting the majority of the targets.
Is that his fault, though?
Yes.
Whoever's fault it is, I don't see how he's going to get 15 points, because Dak can't get to outside receivers. He's going to catch him. He's going to get 4 catches a game, and if one of them breaks for a touchdown, maybe.
And see, one thing,
still a run first, defense first kind of team anyway.
And we got to get out of the whole narrative. This guy was with that quarterback and this quarterback. DeAndre Hopkins hasn't had a good quarterback in life up until a year ago, and he's been.
But he's a rare breed, bro. He's a rare breed, bro.
But what? That's what I'm saying.
He's
a lot of people don't.
Echelon top tier.
He's not the only receiver that balls with a pedestrian quarterback, bro. Like,
hey, man. You do need a
Amari
good quarterback.
Cooper. Lateral. I would say the Raiders stole. They got a first-round pick. I would have said Amari Cooper's worth about a 3, but
a 3, nah, he's not that low. I would have said
he's not that high, bro.
I would have said a 2 would have been fair for Amari Cooper. So yeah, I think the Raiders won that deal, but I think Dallas is definitely going to benefit. He's still a great receiver, man. Let's not forget about
Dak.
I still remember him at Alabama, bro.
How many years ago was that?
Maybe like 5 or 6.
So y'all don't feel like Dak is the one who killed Des Bryant's career?
I was just about to get to that. I was going to say Dak has to not throw the ball to Gophers and get the ball to Amari Cooper, bro. He's killing worms out there.
I think he's going to be able to get the ball to him. And with Zeke, that's just going to open it up more for Zeke, because now you can't go with an A-box set.
I don't think it was Dak that killed Dez's career. I think it was just the hype behind Dak and Zeke combined.
If you put
all that hype.
Romo was getting them the ball all the time. And now, Dak just can't quite make it.
Well, they had Jason Witten, too, in the middle of the field now.
That's true.
Don't forget about the tight end.
That's true.
That's a big difference,
too. I'm saying, Dez had 800 yards and 6 tubs last year, and he was like the third option. I think that doesn't mean washed. Like, Dez got a raw deal because of his attitude and his influence on people in the locker room. That's why he's not in there no more. I can't say it's production. Dez is a good receiver.
Can the Niners please call Des Bryant Can we get him on the squad, please?
Y'all don't need him. Y'all don't even got a quarterback. I need a quarterback first.
Y'all just need to go in the tank.
We got Jimmy
Not
G.
even
Y'all
joking.
just told me 10 minutes ago we got Jimmy G.
Y'all don't have him for the rest of the year, bro.
You mean for next year? You mean for next
He
year?
needs to learn the playbook this year, and then he'll be ready to roll next year.
Sounds like a franchise in shambles.
Man, I believe so. I mean, I just think they're in full tank mode trying to rebuild. I mean, I give it to Gruden. He's got 5 picks over the next 2 years, first rounders. So really it's going to be what are those picks are going to turn into and what are the people going to do, who they bring in with those picks, man. So, yeah, I mean, only time will tell. Me personally, I think Dallas just got a little bit better, man. I agree.
I agree 100%.
Coop on the low, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's a lateral movement while giving up a first-round pick.
Let me ask y'all a question.
The kid's only 24 years old, guys.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do you think that move moves them up in the division? I got them as the third best team in their division still.
The third?
That is the second worst division in football, so that's not saying a lot. But
not the Wizards. The Redskins are number 1 in the division right now at 4-2. They had a tough game against the Saints. Otherwise, they're probably really almost a 5-1 team. Versus everybody else is kind of in shambles. Even Eagles are. You just know that they won their ring.
Super Bowl hangover.
They may whip into shape by week 8, week 9, 10. You know, as they progress. But I just think that the move is not quite a lateral. I think because of the identity of the team, it doesn't really matter who you throw out there. If you're not willing to throw the ball up to your receiver, you can't make use of it.
And that's just not Dak's game.
That's not his game.
It will be now.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, it will be now.
Yeah, give me 45 seconds, Mace. First of all, Giants are the last place team because they don't have a quarterback. Eli is done. He's toasted. I wish he never won those 2 Super Bowls against New England. Okay? Washington is second to last. I'm going to tell you why. They barely beat Dallas without Amari Cooper. Okay? And the field goal kicker missed the kick. Okay?
Yeah.
Check the stats. That was Washington's first time beating Dallas since when? 2015?
Yeah.
Okay? The Eagles, that defense isn't the same. I would take Dallas's defense over the Eagles' defense right now. Offensively, I won't say that yet.
Quiet as kept, he's right about the
I'm
defense.
Yeah.
So I'm just giving you stats.
Dallas defense is playing like lights out right now.
If Dallas wasn't in the hunt to win the division still, I don't think they would have made the move. I think they still have a chance. They still have a chance to win the division.
It's just nothing about that offense
That's why they made the move.
But that wasn't the move to make. I mean,
they had no Who's
choice.
Gallup? Gallup?
No.
Let me Gallup out my seat.
No.
Okay?
No.
Who is Gallup?
Beasley was the number 1 receiver. So, but now Beasley's got some help. I like it, bro. Beasley, Coop, Zeke. I like it, man.
I like it.
I like it. I mean, I'm not fighting it. I don't know if they're going to win a division. I still
division's in the air.
Yeah, the division's in the air, man. You still got Eagles. You still got Eagles, and you still got Washington. You can't. I ain't gonna count them out. Transition though, we can get into this week's picks. Really quick. Anyone else want to call in? Give us your picks for this week. The number's going to be 323-293-3375. A couple people supposed to call in. Where y'all at? Call in.
We got somebody texted us saying that they can't get through. The line was busy. Okay.
Oh, the line is clear.
Call back, big dog. You better call back.
Tie back in. We here. So, yeah, let's look at some Week 8 NFL. We could go around real quick. We don't got that much time. Let's all just give our one pick of the week, and we can just go from there on and make a discussion on who we like or what. So, Mace, let's start with you. Give me your one lock of the week, big dog.
I got Broncos plus 10 going into Arrowhead.
Woo! Okay, give me some reasons. Go ahead.
Mostly because it's a defense, and I'm going against the Chiefs' ability to keep hitting their covers. So again, I think it's at some point you start fading the best teams. They're gonna have a slip up, and the Broncos been playing really well right now, quiet as kept. I like Case Keenum. They can't win a shootout with the Chiefs, obviously, but I think they can make the game ugly enough. Von Miller could disrupt a little bit of what the Chiefs want to do out there.
Yeah.
It's divisional.
Okay, we got a caller. Thanks for calling Degenerates. Who we got on the line?
My headset don't work. I can't
Rollo,
what's up, man? How you feeling, bro?
Good. It's Rollo out of Shreveport, Louisiana, bro.
Oh, shit. We got Louisiana on the line. What's up, bro?
Not too much, yo.
What you want to talk about?
Man. Look, my question is, every time I go to the barbershop, I always see those sheets with, like, the over, the under, and all that kind of stuff, but I don't quite get it. So I know I see, like, one team, and I see another team that they're going against, and it may say, like, the Rams -7, or I think this week is, like, the Rams up 10.5, something weird like that.
The minus 9.5. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I got you, bro. So on every game, there's going to be a spread. So when you see a minus, that means that team with the minus has to win by whatever number follows that. So for example, the Rams are minus 9.5 this week. So what that means is the Rams must win by 10 points in order to cover the spread. So just on a reverse of that, when you see the plus, that means that a team cannot lose by however many points is on the next to the plus. So you're going to see Green Bay plus 9.5 this week. So if they lose by 10, you going to lose if you take Green Bay. But if they lose by 9, you're still going to win. You're going to win your bet even if they lose. So that's all that means. Minus means win by, plus means not to lose by. And then the over-under, for instance, on this game is going to be 56. They're saying it's going to be a shootout. So, and then you just pick whether you think the total score between both teams combined is going to be over 56 or you think it's going to be under 56. And then that's just on you to do your homework, see is it a high-scoring team, low-scoring team, and then you just make your pick on that.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Cool.
You should also tell them, though, about how the odds work.
Yeah.
So you're taking spreads so that you can get even odds on your money.
Yeah.
Vegas already knows that this team is going to beat the other team, so they're not going to give you a 1-for-1 bet. It's not like betting your homie, okay, I got a dub on this team to win the game. They're like, okay, we know they're going to win, but how much are they going to win by? If you can call that, now we'll give you an even bet. Otherwise, when you take the favorites, they might say, give me $3 for every $1 you want back. So as a gambler, you have to decide what's more valuable to you, the sure thing or the even odds on your payout.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely. So would you say you be doing like parlay cards in your barbershop?
Yeah, I guess that's what the cards are called. I don't have
Yeah. Oh, so let me give you a quick lesson. Let me give you and the viewers a quick lesson on what a parlay is. So a parlay is when you pick multiple games, or you can pick the same game, but it's multiple picks rather. So for instance, the Rams are minus 9.5. So if you were going to do a parlay, you would have to pick another spread. So you can even pick the over on that game. You can pick the Rams and the over. That would be a parlay. So you could do a parlay for 2 teams, as many as 8 teams. The more teams you pick, the better your odds will be to win, but also the harder it is to hit. So it's like you want to, not put too many teams in your parlay, because the more teams you put in, the harder it is to hit. But I mean, if you're feeling risky and you're feeling like you got good picks, you can put as many as you want. But I really don't recommend parlays, bro. I like straight bets. Just pick a team to cover the spread, whether they're going to hit it or not. But yeah, parlays, it can get tricky. 2 and 3 teams. You do a 3-team parlay. Usually what happens is you're going to hit 2 of those, and then 1 is going to miss. So with my logic, you hit 2 straight bets and you miss 1, you're still going to be +1 if you bet them all 3 straight up. So yeah, you gotta kind of watch the parlays, man. I would just say do your homework and then just make your good picks, man.
So that's why the guys get like 4 seats when they're trying to pick more than one team.
No, they get 4 because they're gonna put in 4 different parlays. So what people do, a parlay is kind of almost like a lotto ticket, but you just can pick. You just get to pick your teams. So what people will do, I know people put in $20 a 14 parlay. Put in 4 of them, 5 of them. They figure one of them has to hit.
Different combinations.
You switch this team with that team, this with that, and you figure one of them hit. Because if you hit one of them, then you done made your money back. Plus you done made a little bit. So it just increases your odds to hit a parlay if you put in multiple.
Cool. I got you. I may have to try it out this week then.
Hey man, follow the page, man. Tap in with the page, and we'll give you some picks, help you out with that parlay, man.
All right, cool. This is Rollo, Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm out. Don't run him.
Rollo, good looking on the call, big dog.
225.
Hey, and we got one more caller.
Who that?
Who it is?
2 minutes.
2 minutes, and we got a caller. Oh, we don't got a caller. We got 2 minutes left. Oh, that was her hand up. Sorry about that. All right, cool.
We got to work on our hand signs.
Yeah, we got to work on our signs. So, yeah, real quick. Let's go through. You said your pick of the week was?
Broncos +10.
Broncos +10. Okay, I'm going to give my pick of the week. We've been talking about it all show. I'm going to go with Rams -9.5. to handle business at the Coliseum. They got Rodgers coming in. I know he's great, but he don't want no smoke with this team right now. He really don't. Rachel, who you got for us?
I got the Lions in the dome,
I like that.
ransacking the Seahawks.
Ooh, Seahawks on the road, going to the Detroit. Yeah, I like that. Okay, hold on. Look, we do got one more caller.
Wait, Styles, what's your pick real quick before we get the caller?
Oh, easy. New England versus Buffalo.
Yeah, easy.
Favored by 14.
I like that. I
Easy
like
work. Over under 44.5.
Caller, you're on the line with the
Who we got?
Degenerates.
Who we
We
got?
got about 30 seconds.
Hello.
What's up? Hello, can you hear me?
Yep,
Yes,
this is
sir.
good.
Hey, this is Mr. 2K.
Mr. 2K.
Mr. 2K, what's up, big dog?
Hey.
Mr. 2K, what's good, son?
Hey, man, today was it was a rough week, man. I'll be honest, I know y'all only got us struck few times. I went away from our smart chat and got my ass kicked, man.
Man,
So
come on.
Man, I got my ass. So I'm coming and being humble that I kind of deviated from our little smart chat, and that shit burned me bad for $7K.
Oh,
You got to stick to the script, Mr. 2K.
Yeah,
You got to stick to the script,
You
Mr.
just
2K.
this time last week you was up 15K, and
Hey, man, that's how it goes, man. This is the game we play, man. It's a roller coaster.
Real talk, I'm mad at Bama though. They cost me 5 with Nick Saban ass not kicking the field goal.
Yeah,
True.
and that was
that's some
real
stuff you
fishy.
can't game plan for. That was fishy.
Yeah,
That was real
man, so
fishy.
5 of the 7 was on some bullshit, man. That was
Hey, but
go ahead.
But yeah, no, not to cut you off, Mr. 2K, but no, don't trip, bro. We're gonna get back on track this weekend, man. Starting tonight, we just hit Houston. Did you get in on that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so hey, we already off to a good start. So man, yeah, you already know, man. We're gonna have some picks for you tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, cause football is here, bro. Hey, good looking on the call, man.
All right, man, for sure. Man.
Appreciate you.
All right, big dog.
Bro. Take care.
Appreciate it. So yeah, man, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. That is going to be our time here today at Morris Media. It's a wrap, man. Again, you can catch us on Instagram. Follow us at Smart Degenerates, on Facebook at Smart Degenerates.
Hey.
Subscribe to that YouTube channel at Smart Degenerates, and also follow Morris Media. You can catch us on our YouTube live every Thursday at 7:30, man, where we talk everything sports, everything gambling, teach you guys how to make some money betting on these sports, man. I'll be your host, Mike G, man. That'll be our time for today, man.
Till next Thursday.
Hey, thank you.